This video is brought to you by the librarians on TNT. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I live in the Pacific Northwest, Portland, Oregon to be exact, and before I was approached to talk about this show, I actually found out that this show was partly filmed in Portland, Oregon, which I thought was pretty cool. But basically, The Librarians is a show about 4 ordinary people selected to work for the Metropolitan Public Library, which is an ancient order dedicated to solving supernatural mysteries. It stars Rebecca Ramin and Noah Wiley, and is produced by Dean Devlin. Basically, if you like fantasy, monsters, magic, you're gonna really like this show. I personally haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely going to check out the first couple of episodes. If you want to check out more content about The Librarians, you can click here to subscribe to the TNT YouTube channel for more behind-the-scenes footage of The Librarians, or tune in Sundays at 8 o'clock on TNT. The Samsung Galaxy Note 4 isn't the only Note device released this year from Samsung. In fact, there were 2 Note devices released this year, the Note 4 and the Note Edge, both of which are very similar devices, but they do differ in several ways. Hey, what is up guys, Beau HD here, and this is the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge. The biggest difference between this device and the standard Note 4 is the curved display, which wraps around the right-hand side of the phone to allow for various information to appear. I'm not going to dive into specifics, but if you want to take an in-depth look at how this curved portion of the Note Edge display works, you can click on the annotation or link in the description bar. But basically, you can create an app shortcut here and it can display various incoming messages and alerts. The display itself is a 5.6-inch Quad HD Plus Super AMOLED display, which is very similar to the 5.7-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display found on the standard Galaxy Note 4. The pixel per inch index on the Edge is slightly higher at 540 pixels per inch compared to the 518 pixels per inch found on the Note 4, but both displays are industry leaders. They are among the most beautiful displays found on any smartphone. The biggest difference here just has to do with the curved display found on the Note Edge. But with most new innovations, there are usually sacrifices. The Note Edge, first of all, has altered hardware to support the curved display. If we take a look around the device, we'll see that the volume up and down controls are located on the left-hand side. The sleek curved display wraps around the right-hand side of the phone, as you know. This means that the only logical place for the power sleep on-off button would be at the top of the phone, which it is, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack and IR blaster. The micro USB charging cable and S Pen stylus is down below at the bottom. There's a 3.7 megapixel front-facing camera sensor, and the standard Samsung home button and capacitive touch navigation buttons are down below. And on the back is the slightly protruding 16 megapixel camera sensor and heart rate monitor. Basically, the major difference though with the hardware is the curved display and the power sleep on-off button, which is up at the top. I will add that the metal band around each phone is still present. It's obviously going to be reduced on the right-hand side of the Note Edge, so it's really thin and feels a bit strange when holding the phone in one hand, but you'll most likely get used to it. If you're a lefty or you hold your phone in your left hand or left pocket, the Note Edge experience will be drastically different than if you use it with your right hand, since you can't swipe through all the apps and notifications on the edge of the display with your thumb. You can, however, reorientate it so that the curve is on the left-hand side of the phone, and it works. It's just weird as hell having the phone upside down. I mean, the home button is up at the top of the phone, but you do get some handy software navigation buttons for the home, back, and multitasking commands that can be swiped up from the bottom of the display, so that is kind of cool. The other big difference between the two devices has to do with battery life. The Note 4 has a 3220 mAh battery, while the Note Edge has a solid 3000 mAh battery. And once again, there are sacrifices with an innovative curved display, and battery life is definitely one of them. Now, the Note 4 has one of the longest lasting battery life of any smartphone, as it can last more than 8 hours of normal usage, while the Note Edge can last barely 7 hours under the same conditions. The Note Edge battery life is good, but the Note 4 battery life is excellent. What's neat though is that both phones do have fast charging capabilities, so they can charge completely in about an hour and a half. But the last and possibly most noteworthy feature is the price difference between the two. The standard off-contract price of the Note 4 is about $700 new. The price of the off-contract Note Edge is about $150 more than that, as it costs about $850 off-contract, depending on the carrier. So whether it's the display, the hardware, the battery life, or the price, ultimately it's going to come down to what you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want. Maybe you don't need the extra hour of battery life, but you want the curved display found on the Note Edge, or maybe the curved display just isn't worth the $150 price increase. Whatever it is, let us know what your thoughts are by leaving a comment down below. As always, I'm Beau HD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.